What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is week 9, and we are back with our defensive streamers to target to help you win your fantasy football matchups. I'm Pete Nova with the Face Off Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in. We've had a pretty successful year streaming defenses. We've identified a defense in every single week this year that's 25% owned or less, that's finished inside the top 7. Last week, the Lions were 14% rostered. They finished second on the week. The Rams were also identified by us. They finished 8th on the week, and they were 16% rostered. We're looking to keep this going, and let's just jump right into the first matchup. It's going to be the Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Commanders are 11% rostered. We look for low point totals and a home team. That's the perfect formula, but we're not going to get that every week. Right here, we get a 43.5 point total. That's below average. So it's a low total. I'll classify it as a low total, and it's inflated by the Commanders, not the Giants. Now they are away. It is a divisional game, so these teams know each other well. But this is the first time the Giants are going to see Jaden Daniels. So I expect, the Commanders to hold the ball long, time of possession wise. And, I expect them to force the Giants to have to throw the ball and probably play from behind. Daniel Jones, this Giants offense, absolute mess. In terms of EPA, they are sixth worst over the last 3 weeks. And in that 3 week span, Daniel Jones hasn't thrown a touchdown and has 2 interceptions. He's been sacked 4.3 times per game. And there is no Andrew Thomas on this offense, which is causing a ton of issues for this team. He's done for the year. And this Dan Quinn defense, they've been playing a lot better. Not extremely talented. They've dealt with some injuries, but they've really tightened up and they're playing really hard for him. They're 11th in pressure rate, and the Giants are giving up a lot of sacks. They're 12th in EPA over the last 3 weeks, so that 3 week span. And in terms of the last 5 weeks, they're actually fourth in EPA. So there's also a chance that there's no Tyrone Tracy. He looks like he might have gotten a concussion on Monday night, and it's a short week due to them playing Monday night. I don't know if he's going to clear. If there's a weakness, it's the rushing defense for the Commanders, and that's really the strength for the Giants, if anything. But with no Tracy, that could be an issue. They may have to rely on Singletary, which isn't the worst backup option, but I expect this to be a really good defense to stream, and it's my favorite this week. My next defense I'm going to target is going to be the Titans taking on the New England Patriots. Titans defense is 2% owned across fantasy formats. We do get the perfect formula in terms of we get a home team and we get a low point total, 38 points on the week. It's the lowest projected points this week out of all the games. Drake May, in concussion protocol, left the game early on Sunday, has a chance to clear. Will they put him back out there and risk it due, to their record at this point? Do they want to rush him back from a concussion, a young quarterback behind this bad offensive line? From weeks 1 through 5, when Jacoby Brissett was the starter, this was the fifth worst offense in terms of EPA on the year. You'll see them to the left of this chart. And Patriots give up the most pressures and are the highest pressure rate as well in the NFL. The Titans are more middle of the pack when it comes to sacking the quarterback. But last 5 weeks, the Titans are fifth in EPA on defense, and I just expect this to be a really ugly game. I think it's going to provide a nice floor for a defensive play this week. So I like the Titans as my second defense to stream this week. And then lastly, we're going to take a look at the Saints taking on the Panthers. 24% owned across fantasy formats. This Saints defense, they got pummeled on Thursday Night Football 2 weeks ago against the Broncos. They did tighten up a little bit against the Chargers. This is a divisional game. We get an away team with a medium point total here. The Panthers are third lowest when it comes to yards per game. And, they're second worst in the EPA this year on offense. I'll pull up the chart for you to take a look. But from weeks 1 through 8, you'll see the Panthers here on this chart all the way to the left, and it just hasn't been a great showing. I don't think this Saints defense is amazing. You know, they've dealt with their injuries. They did play better against the Chargers last week, but this is a different Saints team from week one to now. But they played well. They rebounded against the Chargers last week, and Bryce Young last time these two met had 4 sacks and 2 turnovers in week one. They scored 10 points and were routed by the Saints. So I expect this to be a decent defense to stream. It's a little bit riskier just because I don't love the talent on the Saints defense. I think the Titans and the Commanders have more talent right now. But you know, if you know, Bryce Young is going to continue to be Bryce Young. If the Panthers are still missing pieces like Adam Thielen, if Deontay Johnson can't go, it looks like Jonathan Brooks may not play. We're really not sure what's going on there. It could be a good opportunity for the Saints in a divisional game to, you know, play and put up some decent points for us. So I like them as my third defense to stream this week. But that's going to do it for me. I appreciate all the support that I've gotten on these videos. If I've helped you out or you have questions, drop it in the video in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. All your support is extremely helpful and keeps me going with these videos. So that's going to do it for me. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you next